was a boy, just a boy. And I was a very young girl. When I was 16, I made the discovery, love, all at once and much, much too completely, is as if you'd suddenly turned a blinding light on something that had always been path and shadow. That's how it struck the world for me. I was unlucky, deluded. There was something different about the boy. A nervousness, a softness, and tenderness, which wasn't like a man's. And though he wasn't the least bit effeminate looking, still that thing was there. Came to me for help. I didn't know that. I didn't find out anything until after our marriage, and we'd run away and come back, and all I knew was that I couldn't help him in that mysterious way that he couldn't speak of. He was in the quicksand, clutching at me, and instead of holding him out, I was slipping in it with him. I didn't know that. I didn't know anything except that I loved him unendurably, but couldn't help him. I helped myself. And then I found out the worst of all possible ways was suddenly coming into a room which I thought was empty, but that wasn't. There were two people in that room. The boy I married and an older gentleman who'd been his friend for years. Afterwards, he pretended like nothing had been discovered. Yes, we drove out to Moon Lake Casino, very drunk and laughing all the way. We danced the Vars Soviana. In the middle of the dance floor, the boy I married broke away from me and suddenly ran out of the casino. A few moments later, a shot. I ran out. All did. All ran and gathered about the terrible thing at the edge of the lake. I couldn't get near for the crowding. And then somebody grabbed my arm. Don't come any closer. Go back. You don't want to see. See? See what? And I heard the voices saying, Alan, the gray boy, stuck a revolver into his mouth and fired so that the back of his head had been blown away. It's because on the dance floor, unable to stop myself, I suddenly said, I saw. I know. You disgust me. The light that had been turned on the world was suddenly turned off again. Not for one moment since has there been any light stronger than this kitchen candle. I stayed at a hotel called the Tarantula Arms. Yes, a big spider. That's where I brought my victims. Yes, I had many intimacies with intimacy with strangers seemed all I was able to fill my empty heart. I think it was panic. It's panic that drove me from one to another, hunting for some protection here and there in the most unlikely of places, even at last in a 17-year-old boy. But then somebody wrote the superintendent about it. This woman is morally unfit for her position. Morally unfit? True. I suppose. So I came here. There was nowhere else I could go. I was played out. You know what played out is? My youth was suddenly gone up the water spout. I met you. You said you needed somebody well. I needed somebody too. I thank God for you, because you seem to be gentle. A cleft in the rock of the world that I could hide in. But I guess I was asking, hoping too much. See, Father Stanley and Shaw tied an old tin can to the tail of the kite. Don't say I lied to you. That is sad. I didn't lie. My heart. He's almost sucked. Why have you left the chamber? Know you not he has. Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since? And wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time such I count thy love. Art thou a fear, to be the same in thine own act and valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteem'st the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would like the poor cat in the adage? What beast was it then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man, and to be more than what you were, you would be so much more than man. No time nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make a both. They had made themselves, and that their fitness now does unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums and dashed the brains out, had I so sworn as you have done to this. We failed. But screw your courage to this sticking place and will not fail. And Duncan is asleep. Whereto the rather shall his day's hard journey soundly invite him? His two chamberlains will I with wine and wassail so convince that nimble the water of the brain shall be a fuel, and the receipt of reason a limbic only, winged In swinish sleep, they're drenching nature's lives as in a death. What cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What? Not put upon his spongy officers who shall bear the guilt of our great quell. Why did you close the window? I can't breathe when the window's closed. Sorry. I do it when I'm anxious. Seems that I can never get away from being anxious these days. I know how many fingers I have, but still, I count. Sometimes I'll slip into my toes and feel the floor, my socks, my shoes, and then I'll wash my insides, feeling everything, my heart, my lungs, my hair, even that little space in between my shoulder blades. I don't know why I do this. It doesn't help. It makes me wish I had a window. Right here, in between my shoulder blades. You see, I love it when the wind blows and the curtains flutter. I see me. How I flit and fly, soaring out into the night sky. That's what I mean. Freedom. I feel so trapped, even inside my own body. You see, it's, there's too many things here in my chest. It's much like this room, messy and much too small. Whenever I try to move left or right, I'm always tripping over the littlest of things. Please, open the window. And it's closed. I won't be able to feel when rain is coming. Feel it hit me when I stare out there. I won't be able to hear the birds chirping. Only hear the soft tappings of my fingers as they count one another. I'll only smell my body odor because I've grown fearful of what I'll do when I take a bath. I'll only feel the anxiety mounting in my chest, so please, open the window. When it's closed, all I think about is the glass barrier between me and her. Look at her, please. Have you ever seen anything more beautiful than what she has made? I just want to fly up her and around her and over her all day and never stop. And I'm sure if I did, I'll always be happy and nothing would ever change. See, I don't know what I'd actually do if I did. People out there are just as trapped as I am here. First, they're trapped inside of those glass buildings with the glass that never moves. They're trapped inside of those buildings, and then a room, and then a small cubicle. I wonder if you feel like I do. They're always tripping over the littlest of things. What if they threw themselves against that glass? And what if it shattered? And they were falling. Flying. But what if I'm happy? Flying. to understand. Open the window. Just let me dream about what it's like to be free. Have you ever thought about what it'd be like to touch that star? The one that you stare at night after night, wanting to take it in your hand and collect it in your heart. Have you ever imagined that you were slowly swimming towards that star? Have you? Let me explain. You know those shitty streetlights? You can't get away from them. Some are orange, others bright neon. Those colors that assault your eyes, making it hard to look at them, but irresistible not to. Those lights are like stars, you know? People put all of their hopes and passions into them. They do it simply because they want to put all of those feelings and emotions and intangible things into something real. Something they can feel. But come on. How effective does it seem to connect all your passion within an incandescent light bulb? Me, I'm not like them. No. People like me, we live in the real world. It's tough out there. Yeah, there are all the usual horrible things, but then there's that lonely heart. Walking alone one night under one of those street lights. Open on one, waiting for that wish to come through. Watching for that next big thing to come around the corner and break. Some nights, I miss curfew. My parents, they think I'm out having sex, getting high, buying some dish someplace. I mean, hey, they're parents. I mean, if I was a middle-aged mother who watched the news, of course I would assume that my 18-year-old daughter was being dealt crack every morning by some pedophile she met on the street. But, come on. You want to know what I actually do? Those nights when the moon shines bright and the air holds just a bit of moisture, but there isn't a cloud in the sky. You want to know what I do after some party or arbitrary outing? I pull up into a park, hop up on the hood of my car, look up at those stars. I just say, wow, you know, just in sheer astonishment. That's how many dreams there are out there. And they just twinkle in the night. Once I stayed out so long that when I woke up from my dreams, there was actually dew in my hair. Damn, my parents were so angry, but that night, I saw one star rise from the east and dwarf all the others. You see, all of those other shitty lights, they just hit me and bounce off my skin or cut through me as if I'm glass. But when I found that big, bright, and burning star, I felt its heat on my skin. And once I found it, I couldn't get away. It followed me everywhere, almost like a spotlight. When everything else was dark, I was illuminated. You know, I don't ever remember seeing my shadow before then. But now, when I see it, I'm reminded that within me there is a substance. What it is? I don't know. But it's there. No. This is what scares me. I mean, maybe scare isn't the right word because, yes, I know I have the potential. But using that potential? I don't know if I can. So, have you ever thought about what it'd be like to touch that star? Have you ever imagined you were slowly moving towards that star? Have you? Or is it just me? And after a long time of hard work, sheer will, and determination, you're almost there. You can feel its heat, warm, and then burn, then sear your skin, and then you realize that's the thing about stars. They're made of fire. One trying touch, and oh look, I've lost a finger. The star would take me, absorb me fully, then turn me to ashes. But do I care? I guess that's why Lonely Heart puts all of his passions with an incandescent light bulb. They never get too hot. And then after a while, they just burn out.
Cookies.